dystonia. Have you ever seen someone whose body twists and turns in awkward postures? They can't control their movements and they have trouble walking? If so, then you have met someone who probably is suffering from a form of dystonia. Dystonia can be encountered in many forms. According to JGoodrich in an article entitled Neurological Movement Disorders, dystonia is a chronic disorder that affects approximately 250,000 people in the U.S., making it the second most common movement disorder, falling in behind Parkinson's disease. I would like to introduce you to dystonia, what it is, and how it affects the lives of those who are suffering from it. What is dystonia? According to the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation, dystonia is a movement disorder that causes the muscles to contract and spasm involuntarily. Dr. Michael Oken of the University of Florida posted a video on YouTube explaining dystonia as the muscles fighting against each other. They co-contract. According to Adriana Barton, in an article entitled The Movement Disorder That Robs You of Control, dystonia causes involuntary muscle contractions that forces the body into repetitive and often twisting movements. The condition may affect a single body part, such as the hand or foot, or multiple areas, including the limbs or torso. We will now move on to the main forms of dystonia. Dystonia takes many forms. Some are hereditary, some are not. You have primary dystonia, which can appear in childhood or adulthood. There's secondary dystonia, which generally shows up with other diseases or conditions. Most forms of dystonia fit into these two categories. Generalized dystonia affects the entire body.